1961, two brothers by the name of Grover and Harry Robbins from Blowing Rock, North Carolina, decided to open a small tourist attraction in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and they were to call it Rebel Railroad. The small park consisted of a blacksmith demonstration, a saloon, a general store, and a train ride, which featured live actors demonstrating a Civil War train robbery where the Union soldiers tried to take over a Confederate soldier railroad, and of course with guest interaction, they helped fight off the soldiers. Now this was a direct duplicate of the brothers' first successful tourist attraction that they opened in their hometown of Blowing Rock, North Carolina, known as the Tweetsie Railroad. Now the brothers operated this small park this way for 9 years, until 1969 when they added a log flume, the Country Fair Falls. The following year, the Robbins brothers decided, meh, and they put the park up for sale. And the owner of the Cleveland Browns of the National Football League, Art Modell, purchased the park and immediately renamed it Gold Rush Junction. And his first contribution to the park was a wooden Wild Mouse coaster coming over from Cedar Point, known as Scamper. And that was removed 2 years later. Now, Art was probably a little in over his head because 6 years after he purchased the park, he put it up for sale. And by 1976, another pair of brothers, this time it was Jack and Pete Hirshon, whose family successfully owned and operated Silver Dollar City out of Branson, Missouri, and immediately pumped $1 million of renovations into the park, cut off the junction from the name, and for the 1976 season the park was simply referred to as Gold Rush. And the following year the park was officially renamed Silver Dollar City, Tennessee. And the following year the park added 2 attractions: an indoor dark ride roller coaster hybrid known as Blazing Fury, and an indoor dark ride known as Flooded Mine. In the following year, for 1979, the park added a fun house known as Inventor's Mansion. Now the park just kind of remained stagnant for the next 7 years. Nothing really happened. No major additions, no major reductions, nothing. That is, of course, until 1986, when country music superstar Dolly Parton, who grew up in the area, wanted to give back to her hometown. So she approached Hirshon Family Entertainment with a business proposition, and she bought 50% interest in the park. In return, Hirshon Family Entertainment got tremendous publicity, and the park was officially renamed Dollywood, in a 50-50% partnership with Hirshon Family Entertainment and Dolly Parton. First year of Dollywood, we saw a new area added to the park in Rivertown Junction, a new River Rapids ride known as Smoky Mountain River Rampage, and we also saw the Inventor's Mansion become a Dolly Parton museum. And this partnership could not have worked out any better than it did for everyone involved. In that first year of operation as Dollywood, the park's attendance doubled. And for the 1987 season, another new area was added, the Daydream Ridge section. And coming with that, one of the most legendary Dollywood attractions of all time, the Mountain Slidewinder. 2 years later, in 1989, the park added Thunder Express, an aerodynamics mine train that was purchased from Six Flags St. Louis, where it operated there as the River King mine train, which was one of 2 mine trains that Six Flags St. Louis had at the time. They decided to sell one of them. Dollywood was the buyer. 3 years later, in 1992, we saw the entire front entrance of the park change, as we had a new themed area right at the front of the park, Show Street. The following year, we saw the fun country area of the park renamed to the Country Fair, and the addition of a Ferris wheel called Wonder Wheel. And that started a trend of adding new themed areas. In 1995, we got the addition of the 1950s themed Jukebox Junction. Kind of a tongue twister. Wow. And the following year, in 1996, we got the addition of the Dollywood Boulevard. In 1997, we saw the removal of the dark ride Flooded Mine. That was to clear space the following year for the addition of a Hopkins Shoot the Chutes known as Daredevil Falls. And 1998 also saw the removal of Thunder Express. And we got a replacement for it the following year in what many consider one of the better aerodynamics roller coasters ever built. And of course we're talking about the Custom Looper Tennessee Tornado. To kick off the new millennium, we saw the Daydream Ridge area renamed to Dreamland Forest. And the following year, in 2001, we got the addition of a 35-acre water park sitting right next to Dollywood known as Dolly's Splash Country. 2002, we saw the Dollywood Boulevard get renamed to Adventures in Imagination, and coming with that, a Dolly Parton museum known as Chasing Rainbows. 2004 saw the addition of a 100-foot GCI wooden roller coaster known as Thunderhead, located in a new section of the park known as Thunderhead Gap, which was quickly renamed to Timber Canyon. Also that year we saw the removal of the log flume, the Country Fair Falls. And that attraction was removed because the Country Fair area of the park was getting a little rehash, and an load of new attractions was sprinkled throughout the area. 2006 saw the addition of Timber Tower, a Huss Topple Tower attraction, which are notoriously plagued. 2007 saw the addition of a Gerstlauer custom-built Eurofighter in Mystery Mine. 2008 saw the debut of a new area in the park, Wilderness Pass. Also, the park received a Mock Rides interactive splash battle attraction known as River Battle. 2010, the park added a unique challenge course known as Adventure Mountain, where it was kind of a part ropes course, obstacle course kind of deal, and it was kind of a choose your own adventure deal. Also that year, the park received the very coveted Applause Award, the Academy Award of Amusement Parks, handed out by Swedish amusement park Liseberg. 2011 saw the Dreamland Forest area of the park get renamed to Owen's Farm, and coming with it, the Barnstormer and S&S Screamin' Swing. 2012 saw the removal of Timber Tower and Adventure Mountain, but we got the addition of the first B&M wing coaster in North America. We're talking about Wild Eagle. 2 years later, in 2014, the park added another roller coaster. This one, a Gerstlauer custom-built family coaster known as Fire Chaser Express. 2015, the park finally added some on-site lodging, and we're talking about the stunning Dolly Parton's Dreammore Resort. In 2016, the park added arguably its most infamous attraction to date, Lightning Rod. Manufactured by Rocky Mountain Construction, this bad boy stands 165 feet tall, built into the mountainside, racing at 73 miles per hour, and provides that infamous quad down. It has been plagued with mechanical issues since it has opened, but it is easily one of the best roller coasters in the world. 2017 provided the addition of 2 attractions, a 200-foot tall fun-time drop tower known as Dropline. Those are a blast, and a Zamperla family coaster known as the Whistle Punk Chaser. Also that year we had the removal of 2 attractions, because you know how it goes, sometimes when you add something, you gotta get rid of something. And we saw the removal of River Battle and Wonder Wheel. 2 years later, in 2019, we got the addition of a whole new themed area in Wilderness Grove, and most notably coming with it, Dragon Flyer, a 63-foot tall Vekoma suspended family coaster. Those are underrated. An absolutely perfect ride for the next generation of enthusiasts. Cause hey, one day we're gonna have to pass the torch on, and these are the kind of rides where those seeds are planted. And the other notable attraction being the giant tree swing, a Zamperla pirate ship. Also that year we had a little bit of controversy, as the park decided to remove one of its most legendary attractions, as we bid farewell to the Mountain Slidewinder. The park was pretty quiet over the next 4 years, until 2023 when the park will unveil another roller coaster, Big Bear Mountain, manufactured by Vekoma, custom built, featuring a launch, some onboard audio, looks very cool. Also, Dollywood's Dreammore Resort is going to get a companion on some on-site lodging, with the addition of the Heart Song Lodge. Dollywood is one bad place. I know I say this a lot, but everyone does need to visit Dollywood at least once. If you are a fan of the business, this is a place to go. Hirshon Family Entertainment operates this place to near perfection. Great rides, great location, great theming, great food, great entertainment offerings. It might be one of the few perfect theme parks.